Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. Think I got this from Own Bargains, and it's a Birra Murano, 4.6% Tradizione Italiana. And I'll read what it says on the back because that's always the interesting part. Clean yet crisp with refreshing bitterness and a hint of citrus. Birra Murano brings together all the hallmarks of a traditional Italian Pilsner, meticulously brewed using only 5 simple ingredients. Brewed and bottled for signature brands in Manchester. And read into that what you like. I mean, I think we know that one, it wasn't brewed in Italy because it's brewed in Manchester, or brewed for those in Manchester. Signature brands. I don't know the brand name. I presume it's like a conglomerate. But anyway, so obviously it's going to be a log aimed at that Italian, like your Birra Moretti's, the Birra Murana. It's not overly far away from Birra Moretti. So here we are. Golden pour. Lots of carbonation going off. Not really the right glass for this. Less than a centimetre of head on there. And yeah, on the nose. Yeah, nice bready nose on there. Don't know why it smells of bread. What's the point of having bread in beer? Hey? Huh? Why you got bread in your beer? But anyway, yeah, I'm getting right bread. I'm getting a nice Hovis bread on this. Oh, it could be Warburton's. Not really sure. One of the two. Yeah. I mean, its name is Birra Murana. And it could be Birra Moretti. Does it matter about the name? No, it doesn't matter about the name. And anyway, let's get into the taste. I'm trying to do a little bit of a rock thing going off. You know, the Rock, the wrestler. Yeah. One of these days, the opportunity for me is going to come along where somebody says, when I say to somebody that's their name, and they turn around to me and says, "That's not my name," and I just turn around and says, "It doesn't matter what your name is," and and that. I mean, I love that era of the wrestling, and I look at today's wrestlers, and it's boring as hell. And I was watching, funnily enough, I was watching The Rock the other day, some of his highlights, and to be honest, he was as funny as they could come. And then he was taking the piss out of John Cena, and he's going this, obviously in his own voice, taking saying, "What's this? What's this about this? You don't see me. You don't see me." And it's fucking. I tell you what, it is the ribbing he does is just hilarious. The chips ready already. Now, yeah. But yeah, it is funny, and this is where wrestling. This is why one of the back in the good old days of wrestling, it was more about it was the wrestling wasn't part of it, and in some ways it's like beer reviews because the beer review is the main part of it, like the wrestling's the main part of it, but the real stuff happened on the talking and what happens in the talk. You can say a lot. Now I know because I've had friends tell me this. I'll drink a beer, it's lager cider, whatever, and I don't need to say anything. And there's an initial moment where I'm drinking it, and there's a look on my face, and I don't even fucking know I'm doing it. And there's a look on my face, and the mate says to me, says, "I knew you fucking hated it before you even opened your mouth." I thought, fucking hell, I'm like that transparent. And I am with good beers, but I thought with lesser beers that I wasn't as bad. So there you go, hey? The face gives it all away. Now, here we go. I'll try not to give it away in the first sip. Bready, malty. And yeah, it's malty. It's fucking bready. Um, yeah, yeah. It's at Own Bargains. It's made for some firm in Manchester. I don't know who Signature Brands are. I don't really care. Um, I don't know who they are. You know, they're not a brewery that I know of. They're not a brand name I've heard of. Obviously, somebody's made a lager for them, slapped a label on. Birra Murano. Yes, traditional Italian lager, or whatever. You know. I can't do Italian, so I do apologise to all my Italian friends out there and related Italian friends. I don't do Italian. Yeah, I'm from Nottingham, and I don't even do Nottingham properly because I don't speak like the rest of Nottingham. Hey, up me duck! All right, duck. You eat and all that business. You know, I don't do it. Although when I left school, I went to work as a trainee ranger, and I got told that I need to sharpen up my dialect because I sounded a bit Nottingham and common. It's like, oh fucking hell! Talk about insulting. One, I'm from Nottingham. Two, I come from a poor family. You know, or maybe not as poor if my mum and dad actually spent some money on the family instead of whatever they did with their money. Nonetheless. So yeah, it's one of them reviews. What's the ABV? I've already forgot. 4.6%. Birra Murano. Gotta be honest, it's trying to capitalise on Birra Moretti, Peroni, and other Italian brands, and even the Audi brands like Birra Mapelli. It's Birra Mapelli, man. Yeah, well, Birra Mapelli. But it's Birra Batimus. Yeah. What's Birra Batimus? It's like fucking shit. And yeah. And yeah. Would I be drinking it again? No. Is it okay? Well, it's drinkable. It's malty. Can't even call it a proper lager taste. So whoever made it, fucking hell, research your lagers, mate. If you're going to brew something that's supposed to be like an Italian lager, Pilsner, whatever, lager, uh, actually do your fucking work first. Look at the other recipes. You know what I mean? Yeah, a little bit of carbonation coming out the bottom there. Wait, carbonation. Carbonation. Intrepidation. But yeah. Has this beer got the brunt of something that's coming? A raggy rant. Fucking raggy rant's coming. Next week, 24th, there's a raggy rant. And a raggy rant that's going to call somebody out. And nothing to do with the beer world, to do with the car world. And, you know, although maybe I need to take legal advice before I do go too far. Maybe. My head wants to go and have a go. But I don't want to give somebody, you know, a bump up in any case. You know, sometimes it's best leaving it and doing it stealthily. So maybe stealthily is best. So, it claims to be a lager. an Italian lager. You can see where it's aimed at. It tastes more like a beer than a lager. So there's a thing, as it is. I'll put this as a lager. Tradizione Italiana. Yeah, made by some English firm, or for some English firm. Not sure the brand who made it. Don't know. Don't really care. It was at Home Bargains. It was cheap as chips at Home Bargains. Would I say to you to get it? No, I would not. Home Bargains does seem to be the shit stain of the supermarkets at the moment. Aldi had that title for a long time. But Aldi have actually been going to some half decent breweries to get their beer for their fake hop foundry label. Birra Murano, obviously for signature brands, whoever they are. And again, yeah, it's not great. It's malty. It doesn't deliver on the lager side of things. It doesn't deliver as a beer either. So it's in that middle where it just doesn't deliver. Taste wise though, fair play. It's okay for taste. It's just nothing interesting. As a lager, which is what it's been billed at, I will give it a 3.6 out of 5. Would I drink it again? Hell no. Would I tell you to drink it? No. And that's it. Cheers.